tomorrow we're going to be climbing partway up Mount Tappy, which is the highest peak in the inland Kaikoura. And up there. Not going all the way to the top, but should be like about 8 hours of hiking tomorrow, probably 6 up this river, the branch stream, and then another couple up a ridge where we'll camp. And then the day after, we'll go up as high as we can and we'll collect our thermochronology samples on the way down. So we'll probably be bringing like at least 6 bags of rocks back down the mountain with us. So more to come tomorrow. Okay, so we are heading up towards Mount Tappy to collect our vertical transect. So we're going to be hiking up to around 1,500 meters, so kind of halfway from where we are. And we're going to camp there and hike up the following morning and then collect thermochronology samples on the way back down.
There's the summit.
The summit is at the top there and it's at like 2,800 meters. So hopefully we can get to like 2,000 meters by foot and then collect samples every 400 meters down, and then we'll fill in the rest by helicopter. Okay, so we're about halfway up, going towards our camp spot for our vertical transect, sampling Mount Tappy. And so the last dispatch was down here. We're at around 1,100 meters now, and we hiked kind of along the tree line and then up this ridge. And during that hike, we passed from the Cenozoic sedimentary rocks into the Cretaceous Torless. And so that means we would have passed by the Clarence Fault. And it's pretty amazing. There's really good exposures down here. You can see the trace of the fault kind of in between the white limestone ridges and then the dark craggy rock that were on the Torless. And then off in the distance, we have the Seaward Kaikoura, and you can see Mount Manukau with the snow on it. That's the highest peak. And then Te Awakare has a little bit of snow on it. So we have
Clarence River Valley there.
Oh yeah, and then we have the Clarence River down below, and then the Branches stream, which is what we hiked up to get here. So pretty insane geology, and we have a little bit more hiking to do, but pretty soon we'll be getting pretty high up there. So on we go. Okay, so we've reached our base camp at 1,500 meters on this nice terrace, and we're surrounded by 2 glacial moraines. And tomorrow we're gonna start our sampling transect going up this ridgeline to the right, to kind of like, so the rocky ridgeline goes up and then there's a dip. And so we're gonna basically go to the dip, which should be around 2,100 meters, and then we're going to sample every 400 meters on our way back down to the Clarence River. And this is a really exciting sampling spot because it's going to be the first time that we'll have igneous rocks to sample. So this is Mount Tappy is the highest part of the inland Kaikoura range. It's 2,800 meters, and it's an igneous intrusion, so it's a plutonic complex. And so hopefully we'll get really good apatite and zircon minerals out of it that should be much better than the Torales, because the Torales is a sedimentary unit and it's really old, and a lot of the rocks in there have been very recycled, and so the minerals aren't as pristine, but this should be nice and fresh. So hopefully we'll get some good rocks tomorrow. And right now we're just making some venison stew that we're heating up. It's been pretty much what we've been eating every night for dinner on the river. And so yeah, pretty excited, and we'll wake up nice and early tomorrow and start the hike and the sampling.
All right, we're just below 2,100 meters, which is a target for us here for a higher thermochron sample, making our way up Mount Tappy, and we found a beautiful, perfect, looks like some type of granodiorite or diorite rock here that will hopefully yield beautiful apatites and zircons for us. And we are exploiting a nice crack that it was pre-existing in the rock, and we're about to pop off the front of this, and then we'll hack this up in smaller pieces, removing the top surface layer, put it in a bag, and take it down with us back down to the Clarence. So here's the moment, hopefully, when the rock comes popping off, which is the best moment. As long as we don't lose the chisel. Get rid of that. And we'll try not to lose it down the hill. Which sometimes happens. All right.
Nice work.
Now we're going to just break it apart into smaller pieces, making sure to remember which parts were at the surface.